If you've been playing bass for a while and you just feel stuck and like you need to be pointed in the right direction, then I'm here to help. There's hundreds of lessons at Jayme's Bass Academy where I'll show you what to do, how to practice it, and what to work on next. There's also a 14-day free trial, so you've got nothing to lose. So what are you waiting for? Let's level up your pocket today. Just click on that link. I'll see you in the practice room. My name's Jayme Lewis, and I'm a bassist. I've been playing the bass for over 3 decades, playing on some of the biggest stages and some of the most iconic studios and with some of the greatest musicians in the world. Click on that link, and I'll see you in the practice room. All right, check 1, 2. Is this thing on? I think it is. Hey, first of all, welcome everyone who's watching this in the future. I'm assuming there's not many of you here at the moment because I just went live 30 seconds ago. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. Today, we're checking out this. Not the box, but what's inside the box. It's the, what is it? The Trace Elliot Elf, which I just realized it hit me. Christmas is in like 2 or 3 weeks. Funny, we're reviewing a piece of gear called the Elf. So we're in the holiday spirit. So anyone who's watching this in the future, I just want to let you know, we're going to do an unboxing. I'm going to do my first impressions. I'm just going to play around with it, see what it sounds like, and then we'll run it through its paces. I've got like 3 or 4 songs, different genres. We got, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of basses here that we're going to plug in. We'll check it out and see what it sounds like. If you hear live in the moment, tell us in the chat what you want to see me do, and we're just going to explore it together. I'm planning on checking out the head, DI on its own, and then as you can see, there's a, am I hitting the right button? You can't tell, but this is a 2x8, I believe, cabinet, and I got a Beta 52, so we're going to mic up the cabinet, see what it sounds like, and have a lot of fun. So let's just go ahead and unbox this thing. Sorry, before we unbox, I forgot to say that the gear, there's a little lower third I'm supposed to drop down here. I want to make sure I said thank you to the Skeleton Crew. Y'all are the best. That's these names right over here. You guys are keeping the lights on around here. So thank you so very much. And if you want to join the Skeleton Crew, we got tons of awesome perks like behind the scenes, like recording sessions, isolated bass, isolated guitars, all sorts of awesome goodies waiting there for you. Okay, so now let's unbox. All right, that only took long enough. Let's go ahead and let me put this over here. Around here, we do our unboxings with a machete, because why wouldn't you? So let's start by getting the head open. I'm assuming that it's pretty straightforward. Looks like, I'm gonna guess, a Class D. It's very lightweight. Okay, so we'll put the shipping container over there. Let's see if this is the better angle to do this. Here's the box. Hey, there you go. It's in green, on brand with Trace Elliot, and also, like I said, it's Christmas time. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. There's an owner's manual and a compact disc, or maybe a DVD. I don't know. I'll set that over there. I don't like to use the manuals for these live streams unless I have to. I kind of like to come at this stuff from the standpoint of, if I was on stage, you know, how easy is it to troubleshoot? Because, you know, when you're mid-song and something goes wrong, and you're like, hold on, let me get the owner's manual. You don't have time for that, right? So with the live streams here, I always try to, oh my God, I can't believe this. Here, look at this. I thought that this was the amp. That's not. That's the case. The amp is this little thing right here. Look at that. It's adorable. Sorry, all I was trying to say a second ago was I try to come at this from the standpoint of, you're on stage, how foolproof is it? How easy is it to dial in, adjust, and if there's something I don't know what it is, then I'll run over and I'll grab the manual. But I always try to go for what's ease of use and what's the most basic way to use it. Is it foolproof, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so here's the head. It's a little tiny thing. I mean, look at that. It fits in my hand. It is the size of my hand. Maybe this is the better angle for that. Yeah, look at it. Tiny. Throw it up in the air, and it floats down like a feather. Chat, like I said, if you guys have anything that you want to see me do, try here. You know, more slap, play with the pick, go to a 5-string, anything like that, please let me know. I'm here for you. We've also got, okay, I'm going to get this box out of here. A neat little pouch. Almost like a wallet. Look at that. It's so cute. Fits right there. Dude, you know what I would do? I would put a strap on this where it is a fanny pack. There you go. Perfect. That's your bass amp. Impressive. I'm interested to see how it sounds. What do we got? I don't even know what the output of this thing is. 30 watts? Okay, 120 volt, 30 watt. Okay. All right. Very basic on the back. We've got an XLR output. We'll be needing that. It's also got a speaker out and power. Pretty much it. Very basic. And then an input. Oh, and it's got a headphone amp built in too. Clever. I was wondering what that other 1/4-inch cable was over there. All right, now let me go ahead back up. Frederick, how you doing? You'd love to hear a 5-inch speakers? Yeah, me too. I do have some 5s. They're over here, but those are from Phil Jones. Next thing I need to do is open up this box. These are the 8-inch speakers, which are close to 5s. Frederick, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Give me a second. By the way, folks, this is how you know it's live. Because I didn't plan any of this. Okay, so first let's talk about the weight. I'm going to move this mic over this way. Maybe this is better. Oh, 5-string. Gotcha. I thought you meant the 5-inch. Yeah, I've got some 5-inch drivers. Weight isn't bad for the entire box itself. Let me get my machete. Hold on. Got to be safe, folks. Safety first. Safety first. Don't want to hurt yourself. Come on. Get in there. And then the top. Perfect. Yeah, almost. There we go. Don't lose a finger. Okay, I promise we're done with the machete. Frederick, you're doing good, man. I can't complain, bro. Christmas is in a couple of weeks. My wife literally just handed me the Christmas schedule and said, here's what you're doing for the next 2 weeks. I was like, okay, great. It's exactly what I needed. Tell me where to be and when, like a musician. Okay, same thing. We got the manual right here. I'm not going to dive into that unless I absolutely need it. So it always makes me laugh. I love these adorable, cute little, like I grew up playing like an 8x10 refrigerator stack, or 2 410s and 2 15s. I did a lot of wacky stuff. So anytime I see these little tiny amps and I picture myself bringing these to one of my gigs when I was like in high school or college, it's just like, look at this. It's got a handle in it. It's got, okay, I'm gonna say it better not have wheels. If you can't pick this thing up and move it at your gig, you got problems. Okay, so I foresaw ahead of time that this wasn't going to fit on screen, so I've got a fix. I'm going to put this underneath it. Thank you, Phil Jones Bass, for leaving these over here at my studio. I'm going to put this underneath. We're not going to plug it in. I'm just making this announcement now. The sole purpose is to raise it up a little bit higher, because as you can see, it's not going to fit on screen. And I don't want to raise it up too high and put it on like a table, because that can kind of affect with the acoustics a little bit. So give me 1 second to prop this up. Let me see if it's tall enough now, and if not, let's put it the other way. Okay, that's not bad there. You won't see it in this shot. Good enough. Okay, perfect. Now, chat, I have a question for you. Frederick, this question is directed directly at you because you're the only one chatting with me at the moment. But here's what I'm thinking is I'm going to start by plugging it in, and we'll just answer the question, how loud is it? Right? Then I'll check out the head, play with it for a second, and then we'll throw up this microphone right here. We'll mic up the cab, see what kind of tones it can make. That seems like the most logical thing for me to do. Chat, tell me if that's what I should do. And in the meantime, I'm going to get this thing plugged in. Okay. Power. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's one thing I will say. Is the back of it only has a speaker output. 1/4 inch, so it doesn't have the speak on connection. I'm out of breath because I just did all the unboxing. I've got a very long speaker cable here, so this will connect no problem. The back of this speaker, though, is a speak on connection. I don't know if it's got the speaker as well. Yeah, parallel inputs, impedance, 8 ohm. Okay, so the speaker has speak on jacks, but I'm pretty sure you can use 1/4 inch for that anyways. Yep, you agree with me? And wives are good at planning. You're absolutely correct. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get an adapter for this, and I'll be right back. I'm just looking for the right button to hit. Give me a second. I'm gonna go get an adapter, plug this thing in. We'll power it up and see what it sounds like. We're all laughing and we're all having a good time because we're drunk on Christmas. So let me just block this out really quick. No, that's not it.
No, that's Drunk on Christmas. That sounds about right.
When your family's as dysfunctional as mine, you get drunk on Christmas.
Okay, so do this. So you come in with, do you jingle the halls? And then Majo, now you deck the balls.
Blessings and good tidings. Would you like some dick meat?
Trees lit, so are we. Let's toast to friends and family, 'cause we're drunk on Christmas Day.
Ridiculous, I know. That's a song that we'll actually play today because it is a Christmas song. Let me see, is that in frame? Perfect. All right, let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay. So you guys will get to see me working on it from here. That song's called Drunk on Christmas. And we're going to play it probably in about 15-20 minutes. I got a few songs we're going to try out. And right now, that video that you saw is actually a clip from a documentary that I filmed here at the studio showing the entire recording process. And yeah, I was playing the drums too. Hold on, I need power. Gotta get power. Okay. Here's how loud it is. There's definitely a fan in there. Making some noise, but not very much. Good job. Let me see. Hold on, let me come back. Yeah, here's where we are. All right, yeah, that's good. Patrick says, will you play with a flat equipped bass too? Flat wound strings? Patrick, yes, I can. Yes, I absolutely can. Remind me though, okay, when I start plugging in instruments and playing, when it's time for me to swap, be like, hey, flats. Say flat wound strings, and I'll remember what you're saying. And I'm glad you're here, Patrick. Welcome. What else we got? Matt, you're planning to be drunk on Christmas. There you go. Well, I wrote a song for you. It's on Spotify. My friend Shim and I did it. Go check it out. Add it to your playlist. It's a badass holiday tune. Obviously, check out the making of video. There's a link to it in the description. Chat, I got you right here. Anything you want to ask me, let me know. And I'll get to you. Only other thing I need to plug in is the XLR cable. And I know, I'm sorry, I wish I could do this stuff ahead of time. But then you wouldn't see me unbox it, and then you would be like, hey, maybe you're faking it. Maybe it's not actually happening. And it is live, I assure you. Okay, this cable's for me. This one is for the amp. So let's see. Just gonna test this real quick. I hopefully don't break you guys' ears. There we go. Yes, we have volume. So the speaker is plugged in. I'll turn off my mic when I'm playing, but we'll start by hearing just the head by itself. And then I'll throw this mic up. We'll, get get a better representation of it with the cabinet. And give me 1 second. I want to adjust the focus a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Like I said, folks, that's how you know we're doing this live. Based or not, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome from Deutschland. I mean, welcome. You're in Deutschland. I'm in Vegas, Las Vegas. Not the same. Okay, we got this here. Let's go ahead and plug in a bass. I'm going to start with something real basic. A SQUIER P bass, passive, no frills. Okay. Okay, now I know this isn't going to you guys yet. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, let me start by just kind of judging the volume. I'm sitting next to it, not right in front of it, but, you know, bass is kind of that way. You don't need to get directly in front of it to see if it's filling out the room or how it's holding. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to plug in my headphones. I'm going to leave this mic on so you can kind of hear it in the room and compare it to my voice. But the first thing I want to know is, how loud is it? Is it filling out the room or not? So let me back this mic over here, switch to this camera, start messing around. I'm trying to get it to distort, but I don't know, I'm just not pushing it very hard yet, I guess. There we go. Now we're getting into crunchy territory, so let's back it off a little bit. Okay, so let's see if it can compete with a drummer. I'm going to crank the low end, scoop out some of the mids, we'll back it off. Let's see if this is let's see if this could compete with a drummer. Okay, so I mean, it's definitely, we're pushing it. I'm pushing and trying to get it, you know, to crap out. Impressive for a little tiny. Like I said, the amp is the size of my hand. For a lightweight, you know, I don't know if it's going to compete with a slamming drummer and like a stack of guitar amps, but like that's not the point. Something of this size, it probably is like, you know, this is more like a personal wedge, cocktail gig, small wedding, cocktail hour, maybe restaurant, bar gig, that kind of thing. So I mean, obviously it's not going to like fill a club and throw, you know, a stadium or something like that. But yeah, for, you know, 30, 50 person or less venue, 30 person definitely, 50 to 60 if there's a PA system, I could totally see this throwing enough for the room. Now, I do, let me say this. Anytime I say these types of things, keep in mind, this is a studio environment. This room is very well acoustically treated. I mean, it may not look like it because I did it all myself, but this is a studio environment. There's no drummer. There's no other instruments to compete with. And, you know, I'm just saying that based on what I'm hearing in this room, that might be totally different depending on a different, you know, once I get in the practice room with the drums and with the guitars, or at the venue, at this size, at a bar, at a restaurant. So I always say, take this part with a grain of salt. I literally just unboxed it and I'm hearing it here only. So my first gut is telling me, yeah, it's loud enough. But if you wanted to keep up with a rock band, you probably need at least more speakers. Well, actually, this only has one speaker out, but there are two inputs on the back, so maybe you can daisy chain another speaker cabinet if you need more volume. But yeah, this thing's got plenty. Chat, let me check out what you guys are saying, and then we'll actually dive in. I'll tweak away. The next thing I'm going to do, I just call my first impression. I'll put on my headphones. We'll mess around with the preamp setting and see what the DI is doing. and then we'll mic up the cabinet. And for everything, I've got backing tracks with completed songs, or I'll play through them. We'll dial it in for whatever's appropriate when it comes to doing that. Let me just check the chat and see if there's anything I'm missing. I've been gigging with this amp for years and use a Hartkey 112 with it. Awesome. Kitsap bass. That's really cool, man. Do you like it? Is it loud enough? I'm curious. Do you play with the Rock Band? Do you play with the drummer? I have that bass in walnut. This SQUIER right here. Change the bridge, pots, and pickups. I bet you. It's a touch quiet. Yeah. Well, it's two 8-inch speakers with a 30-watt head. That's the size of my palm. So that's the other thing too. Is like, don't expect it to compete with an SVT and an 810. But yeah, it's always the right thing for the right gig. I need a small amp for small club gigs. I always have the PA support. Yeah, that's what I mean. If all you need is a personal wedge or monitor, I can totally see this working. Is the cab 8-ohm? Yes. Does the head go to 4? Patrick, I don't know. If someone wants to look up really quick, there's links. I'll throw it up. Here's what the gear is. If you guys, anyone wants to do a quick Google search, see if you can find the manual, let me know. But yes, I did read the back. It says 8 ohms. Hi, greetings from Italy. Mattia, I think I said your name right. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. How does the cab sound? Enough bottom end? I think so for this room. We'll find out later, once we start dialing it. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that. This will be what I call my first impressions. All right, so like I said, maybe I didn't say it. It's like, where'd all my volume go? We're going to start with the DI only. Where's my headphones? Let's get this out of here. There we go. Okay. I'll start with just the preamp section in the DI. We'll mess around for a little bit. Oh, geez. Come on. Let me turn on the DI, which I believe is this. Okay, so now this should be going through to your ears. I'm going to turn my mic down. Hey. If I turn the volume down. Okay, so cool. The speaker the volume here that's controlling the speaker, it's getting louder in the room, but it's not affecting the output. If you guys want to see, actually, can I do that? Yeah. So if you look over on this channel right here, if you follow my mouse, right here where it says, wrong keyboard. I have 2 keyboards for 2 computers. They're both running right now. And of course I have the same looking keyboard for both. Okay, so watch my mouse right here where it says DI. I'm going to turn the speaker, the volume knob all the way down so you can see where the meter's at. Now I'm going to increase the volume of the speaker. You'll probably hear the bass get louder because of this microphone picking it up. But if you look at that meter, it's staying the same. So that's neat. Just so you know. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave that alone for the time being. The gain knob is definitely working, though. Get a sizable amount of gain. Okay, let me come over here and let's see. Again, can I zoom in a little bit, actually? Hold on. Even better. There we go. Isn't it amazing what we can do these days? If this show is slow, it's because I'm a one-man operation. I'm doing everything. I'm switching angles, recording audio. I'm doing everything at once. So, and myself. That's not a brag. That's a forgive me. If shit's going wrong, I know it's my fault. Shut up. Sorry, let me just tune up really quick so we're in tune. If you're gonna talk while you tune, you have to harmonize with yourself. That's the rule at Deadbeat Studios. Okay. It is an 8 ohm. Oh, sorry. That was another question. Okay, cool. I was just checking with the chat. Let me come over here and let's just explore it for a second. Right now, yeah, bass is cranked. Let's start flat. crank up the... Oh, geez. Don't want it to quite distort yet. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more gain from this side. I think we'll be good. That buzzing you're hearing is probably this bass. All right, so the bass is the only thing that's... No. Everything is flat. Now, I don't know if this is a boost only. There's no center detent on any of these. So it could be a boost only EQ, but I'm starting with everything up 10 o'clock. Tone knob is all the way up. I'm going to go back over here. Let's play around a little bit. Correct bass or not. And by the way, if you hear me playing the same riff over and over, that's on purpose. So we hear a difference when it changes. Let's go ahead and flatten everything out and see if it's a boost only. It could be. So now we're going to boost the low end. That's how strong it gets. Let's back that off a little bit. Ooh, a nice crunchy mid-range. Probably nice for pick playing. Crank up that top end, back off the bass a little. I suck so bad at playing with the pick. You can tell because if you look at my fingernails, which are painted because I had to play a gig last week where I had to paint my nails and my face a little bit. It's all fine except for these two fingers. These two fingers, all of the paint has worn off because my picking technique is so sloppy that like I look down and only those two fingers, I'm hitting the pick. I'm hitting the string with my fingernail almost as much as I am with the pick. So that's a problem for me, not for you. Chat says, looks like there are minus and plus signs under each EQ. Yeah, you're looking at it from a better angle than I am. You're probably right. It's not... there's no center detent on it, but yeah, it's probably not boost only. Yeah, probably boost and cut. All right, so the top end, let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna try to do like a basic smiley face. We'll bump the low end a little, scoop out some of the mid, crank the top end. Let's see if it slaps. Not bad. I'm going to turn off my microphone because you could be hearing some of that from this microphone. So that's me checking to make sure it's actually working. All right, microphone's off now. It's definitely, you know, not too much top end. It's not in like the GK dark glass territory. But I will say this. This bass is, you know, not a great one. So it could be just kind of crapping out from that. So let me do this. Tone is awesome from your headphones. Awesome. Thank you. Nice little rig. Sounds good. Hey, Chris, I'm glad you're here. Welcome from... I mean, in New Zealand. I'm glad you can make it. What time is it over there? Isn't it like 16 hours different? 12, 1, 2, 3. I have friends in Australia. So it's like 5 a.m. over there, isn't it? What are you doing awake? Sounds okay with the P bass. Well, let's do this. Let me pull up a song, and the song we'll play isn't that one. Wrong keyboard. Let me pull up a track. This one. You guys just heard... Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see how it sounds in context.
The most wonderful time of the year. And I really would rather be anywhere.
You know, I'm starting to realize I should be recording this because actually I like the sound. So let me hit the record button. I'll stop after the first chorus, and then I'll pick up a bass with flat wounds. We'll do the second half. And that's not the right song. Hold on, guys. Please let me know if the track's too loud or too quiet, and I'll make it happen. All right, so this is the SQUIER.
The most wonderful time of the year. And I really would rather be anywhere else but here. The lines are too long, the good toys are gone, the same Mariah Carey song. I really would rather be anywhere else but here again. It's the same old stories every year. Same old stories every year. When I'm sober, I can't take all this. Michael Bublé Christmas cheer. We're all laughing and we're all having a good time because we're drunk on Christmas. When your family's as dysfunctional as mine, you get drunk on Christmas. The tree is lit, so are we. Let's toast to friends and family, 'cause we're drunk on Christmas Day. Wait, how does it go again?
Okay, so that right there is what it sounds like with a SQUIER P bass. Let's go ahead and turn it off. I want to unplug it, but I don't want to smack everyone's ears. Okay, so let me swap out instruments. I've got a bass right behind me that's got flat wound strings on it. Yes, I do. 9:30. Okay, I was a little off. I'm like, Australia, you guys are like the same thing. No, you're totally not. This instrument is a special one. Hold on. This is a 1966 or 67. I just don't remember. There's not a discrepancy. I'd have to look up the model number again. Guild Starfire. This is perhaps, I won't say for sure, but perhaps one of the coolest basses in the world. I bring it to every recording session, and it gets used like maybe 3 times a year. But let me tell you, for those 3 times, it's the one. And it's hot. So I'm going to pull the gain and the volume way back. Oh, yeah! Okay, let me just... Yep, the DI is still coming through. We'll do one more track, DI only, and then I'll turn on that cab. We'll place the mic. We'll place the mic. I said you have to harmonize when you're tuning. That's a rule. I wish I hadn't said that. It makes it difficult. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. Note to self, don't do that again. It's how you know this is live, folks. By the way, how's everything sounding? Is the track okay? Is the bass too loud or too quiet? Let me know. Let's come over here and dial in a little bit of a different tone, and then I'll play the second half of the song, pretty much where I just stopped. So we'll try to get like a McCartney, Beatlesy kind of tone. So believe it or not, I'm going to scoop out that low end a little bit because this bass has plenty of it. Let's get more of that honky mid-range. Darken up the top end just a little. What do you guys think? Not bad for a blues tone. Oh, hey, by the way, I've got a 14-day trial for my new website called Jayme's Bass Academy. Seriously, there's a link in there just below. I think there's even a holiday offer for $20 off forever. For every single year that your membership recurs, $20 off. I'm only doing it between, well, Black Friday and Christmas. But there's a free trial. Seriously, it doesn't cost you anything. 2 weeks for free. We've got monthly challenges. There's over 100 hours of lessons with me. It's pretty awesome. Go check it out. What do you guys think of this tone? Is it too dark? I'll turn off my mic so you can hear it without this picking it up. I'm loving it. It's just a little quiet. Let me come back over here. Believe it or not, it's easier for me to see because it's facing away from me. So I have to look at I've got a TV screen right in front of me, and I can see if the red light's clipping on the screen better than I can see it with my own eyes. Classic blues. Yeah, dude, this guild is, oh man, this right here is the secret sauce, right? Semi-hollow from the 60s. That part's not important, but flat wound strings and a pick. It's like instant Beatles. Is it anybody's birthday today? If so, happy. Happy, happy. Okay, let me play the rest of this song with this bass. And then we'll jump over to a different instrument, and we'll mic up the cabinet. We'll see what that sounds like. A little crunchy tone, just a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Record. And let me know if anything needs to come down or louder or whatever. Don't sue me for that one. I ran out of frets, damn it. Oh. Okay, so yeah, that's what the head sounds like on its own. No speaker plugged in. Well, I mean, okay, speaker's plugged in, but it's been off. So now let's go ahead and turn the speaker on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put this bass away and grab a different one. Chat, if you got anything you want me to try out, anything you want to hear, we're going to be live for at least another 30 minutes, I'm guessing. Now we're plugged in. Everything's dialed. So hopefully I'm just going to go like 5 to 8 minutes of this bass, this song, this sound, and then next, and then next. And we'll just kind of mix it up. So if you got suggestions, I don't remember who it was. Patrick, I think it was you who wanted the flat wound strings. So I got you. Anyone else? Let me know.
We're all laughing and we're all having a good time because we're drunk on Christmas.
So let me just block this out really quick. No, that's not it.
No, that's Drunk on Christmas. That sounds about right.
When your family's as dysfunctional as mine, you get drunk on Christmas.
Okay, so do this. So you come in with, do you jingle the halls? And then Majo, now you deck the balls.
Blessings and good tidings. Would you like some dick meat?
Trees lit, so are we. Let's toast to friends and family, 'cause we're drunk on Christmas Day.
Okay, so now let me just double check my patching. Direct should be off. The DI, I think. So now we should just be hearing this guy right here. Okay, I'm sorry. You can see there's a microphone on it. A little bit. There we go. All right, so we got a beta 52, and I know it looks like it's in the wrong spot, but it's kind of center. I mean, dead on center is like going to be the brightest, and then where the cone, you know, kind of gets outward, it gets more woofy and woo, kind of indistinct. So my favorite spot is kind of right in the corner. Can I show you over here? Yeah, you can see like the little circle and then the bigger circle. My favorite place to put the microphone to start with is just kind of right there in that corner where the small circle stems out and becomes the bigger circle. Start it there and then move it a little bit this way or that way to get a different sound. Like I said, more sharpness and more direct versus a little bit more this way and a little bit more muffled sounding the further away you get from the center. But these speakers are so small, I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference. So we'll kind of play around with that and see. Thanks for the flat. Hey, you got it, Patrick. Maybe if anyone's interested in how the Elf takes pedals. Okay, yeah, we got pedals. I got some dark class, got some stuff here. Might be good for the next one. And Chris, yes, that's an awesome tune that actually just came out a couple of weeks ago. There's a documentary video here on this channel. It's like 13 minutes long. You get to watch us do the whole thing. The bass session, the recording. We did it in 3 hours. We pressed record on the cameras, and then we did the whole entire song, and it was like 3 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. So it was pretty fun. We did the lyrics, the melody. I played drums and keys and bass. Shim did the vocals and the guitars, and we both did a little bit of vocals. But it was a lot of fun. Go check it out. Have you tried the Ashdown? I haven't. I haven't played an Ashdown in 20 years. It was somebody's senior recital back in college, and I had to play in the orchestra, and then they had me play bass guitar on one song, and it was an Ashdown 810 rig, which was like the weirdest thing to have in an orchestra gig. But that's the only time I've played an Ashdown. Other than that, never had one on stage. Okay, chat. This next one I'm going to play is this. And I figured we'd do something with a pick. Where'd the cable go? Oh! I know. You'd think I would be doing a better job of keeping everything set up in here. But it's a madhouse. Okay, so let me center detent this bass, and I'll try. This is an active instrument, and I don't believe it has the ability to turn off the preamp. So I'll just set it flat, and we'll try to do all of the tone shaping and the EQ from the amp. And if I need it, we'll go to the bass, but we'll try to just leave it flat. So let me just make sure the DI is off. The DI is off, and we have amplifier. I'm going to turn off this microphone so I'm not getting phase between the two. And let me dial in. This song's called No Blindfold. It's sort of like Weezer meets Green Day. So I'm just going for like a rhythm guitar tone, but on the bass. So give me just a second. I'm going to turn this microphone off, dial in a sound, and we'll see what we get. Now, let me say this. I want a little bit more attack. I want some more sharpness, and I don't want to dig in. But, let's see, the bass player in me wants to go over and dial in the top end. But if you look at where the treble's at, now you can cannot see it very well, but the treble is kind of already dialed in not quite a bit, but it's not flat and it's not pulled back. So what that's telling me is maybe my microphone just needs to get closer to the center. So let me try that first before I go fixing an issue that doesn't need to be fixed. Let's see if the mic placement does anything at all. I'm just gonna go like literally half an inch. I just scooted it half an inch over towards the center. I should have done this angle. Sorry. You probably won't even see a difference, but let's see if we can tell when I'm playing. Dude, we're close. We're close. Is this a 35? I think it is. I've only played it one other time. 2 times. I did a recording session with it like 3 weeks ago. I did a live stream with it maybe a month ago, and I didn't realize until I was like 30 minutes in. I was at this part of the show, and I was like, God damn it, it's hard for me to play this bass. I think it's 35. I really do, yeah. And I'm a small dude. I'm only 5'7" on a good day. 5'6" most of the time. So, yeah, I think it is 35-inch scale. If anyone else can confirm that, it is 35. Frederick says, okay. We were way out of tune on this one. I'm going to turn off my mic. Now there's the top end. Here we go. Check this out. Now the treble's cranked all the way up. You guys ready? Let's do this. I'm going to play this song called No Blindfold. Same thing. I'll get through like maybe the first minute of the song, and then we'll move on. And yeah, the bass is set up totally flat. Actually, before I do that, I almost fell over. That's how you'll know when you're like, Jayme, can you really do all of this by yourself? Until I fall down and hurt myself. When I fall over picking up a bass or a keyboard or whatever it is, then it's time for me to hire help. All right, let me just make sure I got that on there correct, which I do. All right. Sweet. This is the second song, I think. Yeah. All right. I'm going to turn off my microphone. Let's give this a try. I'm sorry, I don't know why I have to do that. I don't know why I have to turn every 5 string into the blah, da, ba, da, da, ba, ba, ba. Apparently it's just par for the course. That low B is a murderer. You're not lying, man. Honestly, yeah, this was a very... Again, I'll turn off my mic. A lot of punch on this bass. Yeah, those dark glass electronics, which again, they were bypassed. I'm not bypassed, but like flat. We didn't do any tone shaping from the amp. That sounded pretty close to dark glass to me. It is the pickups and shit. Okay, let's change again. Sounds like a 35 Spector. Yeah, it does. Okay. And this is a 2x8. You're correct. I'm sorry. I wish I could get a wider angle, but here's me standing up next to it. It comes up just below my thigh. So two 8-inch speakers. And that's the funny thing, man. Like, you can get big sounds in the studio out of tiny amps. You know, it's not like the best rock and roll tone in the studio is an Ampeg 8x10. Usually like a single 12, a single 10, a single 8. I get great tones out of these Phil Jones 5-inch speakers. You can move away from the speaker a little bit also and get a little bit more low end. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, these little mighty rigs. Let's switch basses. Let's go to a PJ. Hold on. Oh, this one right here. This is the one. Where's my headphones? They're behind me. Gosh, I need an assistant so bad. It's not even funny. Just for this. Just so I don't get tangled up in my own seat. I guess we're past the days when only Phil Jones bass could do little drivers for bass reliably. I know, right? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm all for small rigs, saving backs. To be honest, like the last time I played with an amp on stage, well, I don't do a lot of stage performing anyways these days. I'm mostly just studio, TV, film. That's where the majority of my world is now. But the last time I brought a big amp, 2014, 13 maybe 2012 is a long time. Long time. I mean, if we're playing a festival and there happens to be an Ampeg there, or like there's already a house rig and I just got to jump into whatever they're using, fine. But bring my own? No. No, not for me. Okay, shit. I need my other keyboard. Where did it go? I put it all the way over there. One idiot! Okay. So this song is called, honestly, I don't think it has a name. This is some production music that I've heard on, it's gotten used twice before. I've heard this song on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and I've heard it on RuPaul's Drag Race. So if you want to know where to find it, sorry, people ask about this song all the time. It's not on Spotify or anything like that, but you probably have heard it before. Why isn't... Am I doing something wrong? Hold on. Plugged into the bass. What happened? What got unplugged? Hold on. Did I mute something? Am I an idiot? Okay, we're getting DI. Why are you no longer going to the bass amp? The volume knob, you idiot! I literally just got done saying, I need a... Oh, wait, that's why. I forgot. So when I did a live stream on this bass like literally a week ago, I think, and I forgot that was one of the problems. I was talking shit about this Fender bass because the volume's supposed to be on right now, and then it turns off. It's got a shitty pot. So. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to flatten this bass out. Or wait, this has... Okay, so it's passive right now. None of the, okay, so same thing as the last one. We've bypassed the preamp. It's basically a passive bass at this point. We'll go on the PJ setup, so both pickups are in, and the song's kind of a finger funk is the style I would say. So I'm gonna go for a more mid-rangey tone. We'll sort of do the opposite of the last one. The mids are right here. I'm gonna boost those. We'll darken the top end a little bit to start, and we'll leave the low end basically flat. So, you know, again, bass is flat, mids are quite a bit, yeah, maybe like 20% up, and then top end we're gonna dip a little bit. Let's start there and see what we get. I'm gonna turn off my microphone, so we're hearing just the amp. Hey, yeah. Sick. It's got punch. It's a little dark, but yeah, like I said, I set the treble flat on purpose. And these strings aren't perfectly alive either. So, you know, this bass has gotten some use. Message retracted. Oh no, bass or not. What'd you say? Did YouTube get you in trouble? Every bass player knows the back pain blues. That's true. That is true. Okay. Let's pull in the track and see how this sounds. Oh, wait, before I do that, let me fix the text. By the way, you can see I'm throwing up all these lower thirds telling you like what the instrument is and all that stuff. That's so I don't have to do it later. And also for anyone who's watching now, I'm just curious on what we're playing. Now you know. Okay.
Good, good, good. Put you in a good mood. Good, good, good. Attitude, better come through too. Put you in a good mood. Good, good, good. Keep your perception, keep that good intention. Jump in if you're feeling fine. Things going my way, 'cause it's a new day. So let's celebrate. Put you in a good mood.
Bam! I'm sorry, I turned my microphone off halfway through. So it might have been a little phasey up top, but yeah, things got punch. I'm impressed. Yeah, and the funny thing is this is the shittiest bass I have here. This is worse than that, what was that SQUIER bass over there. This thing's in really bad condition. The strings are totally dead. The action's super high. I demoed it last week, and I was like, this thing is not worth the price tag for sure. And so I wanted to give it a second chance. And it redeemed itself. No, it was not the bass. But yeah, this little thing over here, sorry, you can't see it. This little lamp over here totally made it sound good. So well done, Trace Elliott. Guys, I got one more I'm going to play, but I'm not actually going to play the bass on this one. I'm going to reset so that we're going to reamp. I'm going to play a performance that I've already done. That way I can just come over here and twist knobs and not have to worry about, whatchamacallit, about playing at the same time. So give me 1 second. I just got to flip-flop 2 cables. I'm coming back in 10 seconds. In the meantime, if you've been playing bass for a while and you just feel stuck and like you need to be pointed in the right direction, then I'm here to help. There's hundreds of lessons at Jayme's Bass Academy where I'll show you what to do, how to practice it, and what to work on next. There's also a 14-day free trial, so you've got nothing to lose. So what are you waiting for? Let's level up your pocket today. Just click on that link. I'll see you in the practice room. My name's Jayme Lewis, and I'm a bassist. I've been playing the bass for over 3 decades, playing on some of the biggest stages and some of the most iconic studios and with some of the greatest musicians in the world. Click on that link, and I'll see you in the practice room. Okay, I think I did it correctly. Give me 1 second. Let me just double check. I'm going to play the track. Okay, let me mute the track. Let's see if the bass is going to play. And of course it isn't. There it is. All right, so again, the cool part here is I'm going to be able to not play and just dial in the tone on the amp. That'll keep looping itself. And I do have... Hold on, I need to get my keyboard for this part. Oh, no. Breaking shit. I do need this keyboard for this part because... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to be able to throw up... Hey, I'm over here. I'm down here now. So when we're listening to this one... There we go. Okay, so you'll still get to see me play, is all I'm trying to say. And a word I need to rhyme every time. Apparently. Don't bother me. Okay. How many times can he do this? I don't know. This is absurd. Let me just drop in the text for which bass this is for everyone who's watching the future. By the way, this is another inexpensive instrument. That's the Sterling by Music Man Stingray. Same thing, probably about a sub $400 bass. Chat is saying, Fender QC suck ass. I don't know if that was an instruction or a comment. Either way, yeah, not good stuff. I think the largest rig I've used over the last few years was the TC Rebel 2x12. Okay. I had a TC Electronic RH450, I think. Remember when they were the small solution? Yeah, and they stacked up like on top of each other. So it was like technically a 410 or an 810, but it was just a single column or maybe 2 speakers. Whatever it was like, oh yeah, it's taller. Which honestly is a good idea. Getting the speakers closer to your, closer to your faces, the best way to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and loop this and let's jump over to this angle and see what it sounds like. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I do need to say this. Should we, because we're dialing it in a slap tone, do you guys want to hear it from the head only, or do you want me to mic up the cabinet? Chat, let me know. I'm going to do whatever you guys say. I could go either way, honestly. I'll put it this way. If it's a J bass, DI is all I need. A J bass or some, like that last Spector, an active instrument where I can crank the top end, scoop out the mids, like I don't need an amp anymore. But if I'm playing a P bass or a passive bass in general, then I'll mic up an amp because it can get kind of a more old school. Think like Bruno Mars Treasure. I would mic up an amp for that tone if I was, slapping on it. So I could go either way with this next song. It's a Stingray. So if it's like more Rage Against the Machine, I'll probably mic up an amp. And if it's more Good Times, funk, probably, just go DI on it. Cab. We got 2 votes for the cab, so cabinet it is. All right. Yep, I'll leave the mic placement where it was. Let me make sure this is set up to loop, because right now I don't think it is. Yeah, all right. So this bass part's going to loop while I dial in the amp, and let's see what comes of it. Same thing, this is some production music. You won't find it online, but you've heard, well, I won't say you have, but this one recently, this is the theme song of a TV show on CBS. I'm not allowed to say what it is because of contracts, but you might have heard it if you watch a lot of sports. So bass is playing now. Let's go ahead, crank up the amp, and see what we get. Okay, let me say this. I do, really quickly, I want to gain this up a little bit just from the computer, because I think that's going to help it drive a little harder. And I can't do it there. Let me do it from this side, and all that buzzing you're hearing is me. Okay, let's try this again. Same thing. I'm just going to loop that section. Turning off my mic as well. Not bad. Like I said, all that noise you're hearing, that's on my side. That's not the amplifier. Because if I do this, it all goes away. Don't ask. I know. My problem, not yours. So let me just record this really quick. And you know what? Actually, let me say this too. Yeah, based on not, I did mute the mic for the vast majority of that one. The way it's sounding, watch me. I'm going to do this one more time without the track, then I'll pull the track in. But check out what happens when I adjust the mid-range. You don't want to scoop out too much because then you lose, all the energy. But just watch what happens. I'm trying to search for the sweet spot up here, and it gets too kind of like honky and indistinct. But if you go too much, then it goes and it loses all of its power. I'm going to loop that section again. Watch me play with the mid knob. It's a little honky right now. Now it's tighter, but it's lost some power. I don't know, I think that's a pretty happy medium. What do you guys think? Decent tone? Decent is all we're going for. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna record this real quick just so we have it. I'm gonna turn off the looping. Right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here's what it sounds like. Just kidding. Let me turn off the track, or turn on the track. Now we'll hear it in context. I'm learning, y'all. We're getting better at this, I promise. Here we go.
She always makes me like wake up, that motivation. Wake up, that motivation. Wake up, that motivation. Wake up, that motivation. So that makes the money move. Wake up, that motivation. Wake up, that motivation. Wake up, that
motivation. Anyways. That's what that one sounded like. Yeah, so when I do these live streams, I try to do it like half and half, where I'm playing with the gear and actually getting a real time. But then I'm not just a bass player, I'm also a recording engineer, a producer. And so a lot of the times getting good tone isn't just while you're playing it, it's listening and moving mics and trying other things. And so it's really nice during these live streams and the gear demos to not have to do the playing, let something loop while I can get in there and dig in and, kind of fine tune stuff. So yeah, you'll see lots of, older clips of me playing in my videos. And that's kind of the point. You have that same dark glass rig. I believe there were either a 410 or two 410s. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. And I know, no. It was a 410 and a 210. And then the Exponent 500, I think, was the head. So, y'all, this has been just over an hour, so I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. Remember, there's a 14-day free trial for my website, Jayme's Bass Academy. We have monthly challenges. Right now, we have 2 challenges. It's a max BPM. There's a lick that we're trying to get as fast as we can. And also, we're working on Drunk on Christmas with my students. So we go through challenges. There's over 450 bass lessons, 100 hours. It's pretty awesome. The site just launched. So between now and Christmas, you can save $20 every time your membership renews. It's $20 forever, for life. So click on that link down there. At least check out the free trial. It's free. Literally, it doesn't cost you anything. I won't charge you until day 15. So go scope that out. And guys, thank you so much for being here. Let me say hi to everybody if you're still here. Bass or not, thank you for going into the stratosphere with us. I appreciate you. Killer Fridge. That one's awesome too. Zach, thanks for being here. Chris, appreciate you. Mattia from Italy, if I remember correctly. Who else we got that's in here? Frederick from Deutschland. Appreciate you. Thanks to Trace Elliott and PV for sending this rig over here. I will be doing a full proper demo video with it. I'll take a lot of clips from today. It'll be like a 10-minute video, and I'll also do a couple more things that I didn't have time to do with it today. I'm pretty sure that video will come out in about 2 weeks, maybe just around Christmas, because I'm pretty booked up for the next little while. But seriously, thanks for being here, y'all. And if I don't see you before the next live stream before Christmas, hope you have a merry, enjoy your holidays, and we'll see y'all next